This is a conversation with Antonio Romano, who is the owner of the double-sided drawing. Antonio, can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Basquiat and also how you acquired this particular piece?
Of course. I met Jean-Michel Basquiat one morning coming out of the subway, coming from New Jersey in a heavy snowstorm. And I looked at this wall and there's two guys doing the graffiti. And we began talking, and I'm an artist going to School of Visual Arts, and he had many friends that were going to School of Visual Arts. And also he had a group named Gray, and he also used to hang around CBGB's to sell his famous little postcard drawings that he did. This is a double-sided pencil drawing done with oil sticks. I particularly kept this piece because the iconography on it, I mean, I like everything about it. It's kind of childish, which reminds me of the character that Jean-Michel Basquiat was. I like this is dedicated to Hank Aaron, I think all the A's, because his father used to take him to the baseball games as a young boy there. The crown on top of this figure is the crown from the Kingfisher Syndicate that you get at the end of the cartoon strips in the 1960s and 70s. The airplane, again, is a symbol of him having traveled with an airplane when he will take trips at home with his dad and his mother, visiting Haiti and Puerto Rico at the same time. The windows are from buildings from Brooklyn that you see everywhere in Manhattan as well. Like, on the other side is incredible. This figure in the middle is a real African. I think it's his self-portrait, to tell you the truth. It reminds me of other Basquiats. You can see the hair coming out of here, the way that he would do his braids on his hair. The crown, it comes from the mother being religious, being Puerto Rican. I think it has to do with the saints, the icons that he saw in churches, both here and Puerto Rico. The car is Jean-Michel Basquiat's favorite toy, I would say. You always see him painting also little accidents that he would catch on the streets in Brooklyn as a boy or as a kid. The latter is from hop, skip, and jump that you see in the playgrounds, usually drawn by chalk in Brooklyn.
Now, you owned a cafe, I believe, in the Village at that time, and you developed a relationship with him?
Yes, and many other artists as well. Giotto Cafe was a center for artists who were on the edge of making it, maybe. They were suffering, they were struggling, nobody worked. They all came there, they all got a sandwich from us, they all got a coffee and so on. But Jean-Michel came in, usually to borrow $3 or $4 for cigarettes.
Where was it?
Cleveland Place. Right off Spring Street and off Mulberry. That's all close to the Village. You could walk there, you know.
And how long did you own that cafe?
I owned it from 1982 to 1986.
And you acquired this when?
This was acquired in 1982, the hottest summer that I didn't go anywhere. Usually I would go to Italy or take off, you know, from the stress of the cafe. But unfortunately, I could have ended up with a whole lot of them, but I did not.
And this piece has been in your possession ever since?
Yes, and this is signed, which is rare. Rarely that he would sign a little drawing, like usually it was the big oils that he signed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.